So you can probably see it's another cold one out there. Have the fire going again, but it takes a while to heat this barn up. Um, so welcome back to this episode of Nature's Way. Um, I just want to go over how I found the Billy Meier material, and it might, you know, relate to your experience and how you found the Billy Meier material, what led you to this video in the first place. So it's not really a long story, but it started in 2013. I was basically sitting at home. I think it was a weekend, a Saturday night. Nothing was going on. It was a quiet night, just sitting in my living room, and I recalled a story my mother had told me when I was probably 7, 8, 9, 10 years of age, about her trip traveling from Dublin to Derry, where I'm from in Ireland. And she was traveling home, I think the story goes, and she looked up into the sky, and she was looking at the stars. She was a passenger in the car, and she saw something dart from one star to the next in a, it wasn't basically a straight pattern, so it was a jumping, and she thought it was a UFO, an unidentified flying object, and obviously that led into the questions from, you know, a young child, the young child that I was. Are there other life forms that live out in the universe? And she basically told me that she thought that there was, and I recalled that story. I was sitting in my living room. I think I was 30 years of age at the time, and I thought, you know what, I have to go and start researching this stuff. So I jumped on the computer and started going through Google, you know, looking up the topic of UFOs and extraterrestrials, and there was, needless to say, there was a whole bunch of stuff that was coming up on the computer. So I think for about a week or two, I just kept researching and reading, and you know, there was obviously there's many cases, UFO cases that stand out, Roswell and so on. But the funny thing was is that none of those stories, they kind of just, you know, fed my appetite only for a short period of time, but it really wasn't getting to, you know, it wasn't really going anywhere. It was going around in circles. And went on to YouTube and was searching through there, came across a few guys, Richard Nolan, I think it was, and watched a few of his videos. He's kind of like I guess he got into this through his interest in history, and this goes back many years for him, teaching history, I guess, at school. So I got into watching Richard Nolan, and purchased one of his books, read that, and that was all within a couple of weeks. And again, I was feeling, you know, a little bit let down because it wasn't, you know, I guess I got my answers that there is a mathematical certainty that there is the likelihood of extraterrestrials and so on and so forth in the universe and other civilizations. But you know, I just kept searching, and probably 3 or 4 weeks into my research, I came across a gentleman called Michael Horn, and this man, Michael Horn, was talking about a man called Billy Meier. And if you haven't seen or heard from Michael Horn, before, I would highly recommend you do a search on Michael Horn's videos, because he's very articulate and does a fantastic job of basically delivering the case of Billy Meier, which is a very complicated and diverse case, and I'm not going to get into it here. I'd recommend that you do your own research on that. So this is basically what got me started on my journey, so I have to give a lot of credit to Michael Horn. If it wasn't for his video, I probably would still be caught in the web that is the UFO industry, because basically that's what it is. It's an industry that kind of entraps people, and that's why I call it a web. It's kind of like a big spider web. When people kind of, begin to waken up and they begin to do their own research, and the first place people typically go is Google. There's so much garbage on there that it can entrap you, and it can, it's a never-ending story that doesn't really give you any answers, But I found Michael Horn's video and began my research. Found a few websites, thecreationaltruth.org, The Future of Mankind. There's several other websites out there, and just dove right in. So with the Billy Meier material there, I'll say allegedly, so Billy allegedly had contacts from the age of 5 with extraterrestrials, and the story is very deep. So again, I'll suggest you go to other sources at this point and find out a bit more about that. But I started reading these contacts. There's contact notes, is what they call them. Started reading them. There's over 700 contacts now at this point, from Billy's age of 5 right up to his current age of, I believe he's 83 at this time. So it was just, it was a deep, deep, deep rabbit hole, and that's kind of where it all began for me. So, if you're somebody who's just come to this video and you're interested in Billy Meier, it's a fascinating story, and the important thing I would like to highlight is don't believe anything that you're told. Don't believe a word that I say. It's important that you do your own research, because without you doing your own research and thoroughly dissecting these things, you're just another believer. And really, that's kind of what the problem is with our planet here at this point. People are so easily led astray by being susceptible to believing what people are telling them. They're led on. So, I couldn't stress enough that you need to research. You need to break things down with a fine comb, and you'll get your answers, because without doing that, you're just going to waste your time. So that's kind of it, really. Goblet of the truth. So thanks for watching, guys, and if you want to jump over to the next video, you'll see that reading from the Goblet of Truth. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.